to The Legacy. I'm your host, Doc Walker, and each week we try to bring one of the guys from the past that built up what this brand is all about, the burgundy and gold. And this week's guest is a legendary number 66. We used to call him Route 66, Joe Jacoby. Jake, how you doing, man?
Doc, I'm doing well. I mean, you're saying that Route 66. Sometimes I feel like Route 66. It feels like cars have been just driving all over me all the time.
The one thing I always loved about you, you always want to get back to the game. And you come in and everybody, we have to assume people don't know the story. Here's a guy on the doorstep of a Hall of Fame career and 13 seasons in this particular league. And I look at it and I go, Super Bowls, Pro Bowls. We all feel like you should be in the Hall of Fame, but to be a three-time first-team All-Pro player and all those things, and then have Joe Gibbs confuse you on day one thinking you were a defensive lineman. Share that with our young millennial audience that they didn't even know what position you're supposed to be at. You ended up being one of the best to ever play left tackle.
Well, it's, with Coach Gibbs, it started back during the draft. After the draft, the free agents all come in. And they bring in, there was no roster limit like they have now.
That's
so
right.
25, 130 people that camp. So they were filling the roster spot. And then I came up and met with Coach Gibbs. He spent 10, 15 minutes in the room talking with him. He thought I was a defensive lineman. Somebody had told him. So we finished talking. I walk out of that room. I go in. Remember Dick Myers?
Oh, yeah.
Contract with. So I was talking with Coach Gibbs, went in with Dick Myers, signed a 2-year contract, and I flew home that afternoon. But Joe didn't. Thought I was a defensive lineman. He found out later, I don't know if it was that day or later, the next day or the day after, that he had more offensive linemen than he had told Coach Bugle, that this is how many you're supposed to bring in. Well, I was the extra guy. And Joe was trying to get out of the contract before I even came up for the first minicamp. Luckily for me, they couldn't do anything, and Coach Gibbs figured it was fine. We'd get him up here and go through, hold the bags, and after
He'll be gone. Yeah.
we'll cut him and he'll get to go somewhere else.
Right.
Our buddy Mark May helped me out when he holds out for 10 days. I get my,
right.
And like they said, the rest is just history. I mean, I caught their eyes and they said, well, he can't go anywhere. He's here now.
What did it mean to you to have earned the respect of the best ever at their position?
Well, I appreciate your comments and stuff about the Hall of Fame. And,
Oh, yeah, man.
God's got a plan for that. It's not the right time.
Yeah, okay, you're right.
Timing is. But it means a lot more to me, especially where I came from, Doc.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm supposed to be here.
Yeah.
I'm getting compliments for probably one of the best, if not the best, defensive pass rusher.
Ever.
And Lawrence Taylor. The other one behind him, who was number 2, Reggie, wasn't bad either.
No question.
Those who what we saw week in and week out.
Yeah. Harvey, Martin, all of them.
Talking to LT, he goes, I look forward to going against you. I had to keep reminding myself to not let you get your hands on me. He goes, you get your hands on me, I'm done. He goes, I know you will throw me around like a rag doll. And that's basically what LT said. I said, yeah, get my hands on you. I ain't let go.
At Honda, we take the holidays seriously. Both with serious rugged performance and serious capability. So while others might be dreaming of winter wonderlands, you could be shattering expectations with the best value of the season. Now's the best time to get into a new Honda. KBB.com's best value brand for 2020. Visit Happy Honda Days at your local Honda dealer or shop online to get a great offer on the Passport.
free health care, hundreds to more than $1,000 per month in disability compensation, and tens of thousands for college tuition. These are just some of the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs benefits that may be available to veterans. VA is focused on customer service like never before. Choose VA and see why veterans' trust in VA reached an all-time high. Claim the benefits you've earned at choose.va.gov.
I'm stoked! Let's do this! Whoa! This is amazing! I know, right? Yeah! These new extreme scratch-offs! They're insane! Wait, what? Dude, 100 million in instant cash! Tons of $100,000 top prizes! Awesome! Let me see those! Oh, man! Hold on, I'll go get them!
Take it to the extreme. Play new Extreme Scratch-Offs from the Maryland Lottery and play safely and responsibly.
The best team has a great sense of family. The best family has a great culture. And within that culture, there is great character. When you have all those elements come together, you've got a team.
DC has a home for the greatest hits of all time.
That would be Michael Jackson for me.
DC's greatest hits.
Madonna.
Billy Idol. Live here.
Cyndi Lauper.
Bon Jovi.
94.7.
Blondie. The Eagles.
The Drive.
The Legacy is brought to you by Janet King. Let Janet King get your business back to business. Visit to schedule a disinfecting service today. We were 0-5. I remember every stinking loss. But we also were able to change on the fly. And if you look at your entire 13-year career, because you got more out of it than I did, it was about adjustments made. By nobody saying they were genius. The genius was their ability to adjust.
And the part about that, it didn't matter who made the suggestion.
They didn't care.
It was about winning. It was about taking care of each other, and let's see how we figure this thing out together.
Yeah.
And the thing, I look back on that now, playing with Coach Gibbs and his staff and all that, it was the input from us. I mean, they listened to us and what we were seeing and what we saw on film and what we saw during the day of the game. They made adjustments, like you said, on the fly. And that's, I think, we were successful. It wasn't just the whole...
You also, and the head hog in the sky, Joe Bugle, which we love, you also had Hannafin. You had probably two of the best ever. And in one career, it's almost impossible for you to fail, Jake.
Oh, I know. I'm very blessed to have that. Bugle is the one that took the piece of clay and molded each and every one of us into the players that we end up becoming. Hannafin was like, there at the end, this expert that comes in, Picasso, let's say.
Yeah, he finished it too, yeah.
Adding a few touches here and there and finished the painting. So yeah, it was great that one, you get the experience and be molded by Butte, but then you get Hannafin, who knows how to nurture along one of us, because he knew he didn't have to take us through the physical battles anymore. He knew we could battle.
Yeah.
That's how we can improve their play.
It's 2020. Let's make a splash. Play the DC Lottery's Roaring Cash.
The best team has a great sense of family. The best family has a great culture. And within that culture, there is great character. When you have all those elements come together, you've got a team.
Wild thing, you make my heart sing. Wild thing.
Think.
You know what I think?
I think you owe us $48.50. Wild thing.
If you ride, you get it. Geico Motorcycle. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
DC has a home for the greatest hits of all time.
That would be Michael Jackson for me.
DC's greatest hits.
Madonna.
Billy Idol. Live here.
Cyndi Lauper.
Bon Jovi.
94.7.
Blondie. The Eagles.
The Drive.
It's all-wheel drive season, and your local Honda dealers are bringing the best deals of the year. It's clearance pricing during the Happy Honda Days sales event. Dash through the snow to a rugged and adventurous Honda. Check out the entire all-wheel drive truck and SUV lineup. CRV, HRV, Ridgeline, Pilot, and Passport, with features like Honda Sensing, Magic Folding Seats, and 3 different driving modes. Clearance pricing is here, but it won't last long. Don't miss clearance pricing at the Happy Honda Days sales event, now at your local Honda dealer.
This part of the legacy is presented by your local Nissan dealers. I mean, the career that you were decorated with. I mean, when we went to the Zimmy's Hall of Fame induction, being in that tent, man, that's one of the highlights of my life when we were in Canton. And it's almost like, and all of us are waiting to go back again for you and B. Mitch or Gary Clark or the guys who we all believe are worthy. And we're not just making that up. Larry Brown, we went through some Pat Fisher. It's all about the unit, man. And I can't have you on a show and not talk about D-Boy. Because D-Boy, Bubba, and Keoki Kamau, for me, because everybody had to go through their rehab. We all had surgeries. We all had to. People don't realize you don't get through this and not be damaged. It's you are damaged, and then you have to be rebuilt. And those 3 guys, and Jim Spiros, man, those people were part of, I call them monster makers, because they got you back. And nobody displayed that as much as you, Jeff, and Zimmy.
Well, I agree with you wholeheartedly on that. I mean, a D-Boy, just not from the rehab aspect of it, but the strength and building strength.
Oh, yeah.
Preparing us for the upcoming year. The hitting stuff that the D-Boy did. And I dreaded my things with Keoki. I mean, I was this little Samoan. I want to just hands around this.
Torture. Next time you come in town, my friend, we will tap our glasses. We'll just make up a reason, and we'll get it done. Good deal. Jake, thank you so much for doing this, man. Couldn't do a legacy without legendary players like yourself. Well, folks, that's going to do it for this week's edition. Want to, as always, thank Kyle, who was kind of missing on action this week, and Stevie, who's always there. And let's do this again the following week. And as always, as long as the team wins, we all win. God bless.